Hey y'all, it's Courtney. Hope y'all are having a wonderful Saturday. I hope you're spending it with somebody that you love. I hope you're doing something that you enjoy. I am doing bath time with the baby. Figured I'd go ahead and film this tonight. I was gonna wait till tomorrow, but you guys know that Sundays are usually busy. We go into the flea market, and then I come home and get some lunch, and then we have to go to Walmart and get the rest of my stepdaughter's gift for her baby shower. Hold on, guys.
Oh my God!
Autumn, hush. Alright, quiet down a little bit, baby. Okay, I was gonna go in the other room, but the light in there, for some reason, it's like office lighting, and it made my whole face turn yellow, so I don't know if it's the makeup I'm wearing, which I don't know how it could be, because it was like around my hairline, too. So I don't know if maybe it's just, I don't know, certain lighting, or like certain highlighting and contouring areas, you know what I mean? I don't know, but it definitely had me looking all jaundicey. So, yeah, so I was going to wait till tomorrow to film this, but like I said, it's going to be a really busy day tomorrow, and I just want to go ahead and get this out while I'm thinking. I gotta say this, I've made videos about this dude in the past. I'm not gonna lie, I've always had kind of a bias against him, because he's just done really dirty shit since the day he came on the scene. Like, it's been like small, and it's just been like a mountain, just climbing and climbing and climbing to this like burst of shittiness. And you know, I'm gonna say this now, I don't think it's right for anybody to have any kind of social services, the police, CPS, have their job called, have anything threatened in their real life over the internet. I don't think that's fucking right. You know, it's not right. It's not cool. Don't do that shit. I'm not going to say who I think it is, because I don't know who the fuck did it. I have no opinion on who the fuck did it, because I don't know that side very well. I know the main players, but I'm not... Autumn! Pipe down a little bit, kid. I know the players, the main players, but I don't know who's friends with who, and like, you know, that, like I do in this community. I don't know. So I'm not gonna say who I think called, who I think did anything. I don't fucking know. I heard Ricky was accused. I heard something about Uni saying that it wasn't even the cops being called to his house. He was just saying that. I don't know about any of that stuff, you know. I don't know. I started to watch his video with the cop cars and stuff in it, and then, like I always do, I got sidetracked and then came back an hour later and it was gone. So I didn't even get to see all that. So I don't know that much about the situation. But what I do know is that I just went and watched Holly's live stream, okay? And I've got a few little things that I'm going to say about that. First off, the name was YouTube Court is in session. Do you know what they do in a court? They judge, okay? So you know you're going to be questioned. You know you're going to be asked what happened. You know that they're not just going to pat you on the ass and say, oh, well, whatever you say, sir, that's what happened. Hold on. Oh my God. I'm like, be quiet a little bit. She said, I'm making a video too. anyways, so, court usually means you're going to be judged, okay? They're not just going to say, we believe everything you say, and that's that, and, you know, whatever. Second off, when you have such a bad reputation on YouTube, you're going to be questioned. People aren't just going to believe everything that you say, no matter what it is. And I hate to say that because I don't think it's right when this shit happens to anybody. And I'm very sorry for what happened to his grandmother. I think that's terrible. I hope she's okay. I hope she makes a full recovery. People should leave her the fuck alone and stop trying to find what hospital she's in or whatever they're trying to do. Stop doing that shit, y'all. You know, just stop doing that. You know, you guys don't think it's okay when it happens to anybody else. It's not okay if it happens to him either. Alright? It's not okay. I don't care who it is. It's not okay. Especially whenever if it actually happened like this, you know, it's not okay for the grandmother to be brought in just because y'all get upset whenever anybody else off of YouTube is drug into a situation or drug into YouTube drama. Okay? His grandmother's not on YouTube. She's being drugged into YouTube drama. Autumn! My God, she is like on it tonight. Alright, I'm going out of the room. Hold on. Okay, I'm just gonna look John to see for a little while, I guess. So what was I saying? Oh, so, you know, y'all don't like it whenever, anybody else that's not on YouTube gets drugged into YouTube drama. Look at Belmonte's grandfather. And that was horrible. It was awful. Because it was awful and it was horrible. But if it happens to somebody that you don't like so much, it's still awful and it's still horrible because he's not the one being punished. His grandmother is. His grandmother's the one that had a freaking stroke because she's so stressed out over it. You know, I understand you don't like him, but his grandmother didn't do anything to any of you guys. So that's still awful. However, he does need to understand that he's being questioned about everything because his track record on YouTube is not very good. People don't trust anything that he says because he's done some really shitty stuff. He's lied. He's, you know, he has tried to drag other people down. He's tried to make other people look bad. He showed private messages. He showed private photos. He shared, you know, he has recorded people without their knowledge. I mean, you know, whether you think that was okay or not, I don't really know. I just know that the person wasn't aware they were being recorded. There's just been a lot of shitty things that he's done. So, of course, people are going to question, you know, everything that he does. And that's just how it's going to be. And for him to blow up every time he's questioned about anything. Look at what he did with Life of Free Spirit when she was just trying to give him friendly advice. She was trying to be a friend to him, and she was trying to, you know, tell him how to go about the situation when he leaked he showed all those news on his live stream. She was trying to be a friend to him, and he blew the fuck up on her, is no longer friends with her over it. I mean, treated her like garbage, man. If you disagree with him in any little capacity, you are trash to him from there on out. He has no use for you once you disagree. And that's really shitty because, you know, life was really, you know, I'm not going to say that I, like her a lot, but I'm not going to say I dislike her either. I just, but she would have been a loyal friend to him, I think. I think she would have been a good friend to him, and I think she would have only given him good advice. And he had a little tantrum, and he lost a friendship just because she was like, dude, you know, chill. He didn't want to hear that. So he threw one of his little temper tantrums like he does, just like he did tonight. Uber Goober is a wonderful lady. She's always been nice. She's always been fair. Hold on, guys. Okay, so, as I was saying, from what I've always seen, Uber has always been a lovely lady. She's absolutely not perfect, but neither am I, neither are you, neither is anybody else around here. But from what I have seen, she has always been fair. She has always tried to, you know, understand from each person's point of view. She tries not to get in the middle, especially when she likes both people, just like she did tonight. She said, I'm not going to get in the middle of that. I like you both, and I really respect that because I'm the same way usually. When I disagree with somebody, I will say, hey, I don't really like how they did this or whatever. But if they're both my friends, I'm not going to go hard in on the other one just because I don't agree with what they do. I'm going to say, I can't really agree with what they did, but I'm not going to get in the middle of it because I like you both. So I can respect that. But the way she was spoken to this evening was horrid. And when you're trying to tell a story or win over an audience and get them to understand your point of view and get them to understand your point of view on your story about what happened to you and your family, the way to do it is not to scream and cuss and just be nasty about it. Being nasty about it and cussing people does not do anything but make you look less credible. The more nasty you are and the worse you speak to people, the worse you're going to look. And the less people are going to believe what you're saying. Because you're getting mad because you're being questioned because of the person that you are. You're being questioned because of who people have seen you be in the past. If that was somebody that's never lied before, I don't know if he's really lied. I can't say that he's lied because I've never caught him in a lie. I don't know. But there's been a lot of questionable things that have happened in his YouTube career. We'll say that. If it's somebody that's never caused any drama, somebody that's never gotten in any arguments, somebody that's never rocked the boat, essentially, they're not going to be questioned nearly as much as a person that has continuously rocked the boat the whole time they've been here and started out down here and just continuously have climbed that mountain of things worse and worse and worse and worse. Went from stealing, oh my god, what was their name? The Blargs content all the way up to, posting people's nudes on a live stream and showing people's private DMs. I'm not going to say the other thing. That would be the worst thing, but we don't know if that's what happened. So I'm not going to use that because that's not fair to do. I know what I think about it. I know what a lot of people think about it, but I'm not going to use that because I don't know. We weren't there. Can't use it against them because I have no proof either way. But just a plethora of sleazy things have been done in his past in his YouTube career. So he's going to be questioned. People are not just going to believe anything that he says, and he needs to understand that. And instead of being a dick and screaming and hollering at people because they don't believe you, how about you try to change that up and say, listen, I understand that I have a sleazy past. I understand I've been a dick. I understand that I've treated women horribly on this platform, but I'm going to try to prove to you, and I'm going to try to show you guys that I want this to end. I don't want, to be a bad person. I don't want to continue all this drama. I don't want to, it's affecting my family. I will do anything I can to show you guys that I am telling the truth. I mean, that's all he can do. Or he can continue to fight it with cussing and screaming and being vile and vitriol and all that. But he's not going to win that way. And I know that it sucks, and I know that, that it does suck that he's being questioned. If this really happened exactly the way he's saying it, it does suck that he's being questioned about it. Because, nobody wants to be questioned whenever something really bad's happened. But he needs to understand that he is the reason that he is being questioned like this. And tonight, the way he spoke to everybody, including Holly should not have apologized to him, period. Because he was speaking to her in a nasty type of way. I didn't even finish the last 20 minutes because I was like, fuck this. I'm hopping on I'm making my video now. I don't even need to see the last 20 minutes. I didn't need to see the last 20 minutes because I knew all it was going to be. I knew there was not going to be a resolution. He probably either got pissed off and, said, fuck you guys are bitches, and hung up, or something similar to that is what happened. I'm sure nothing got resolved. Because in 20 minutes, nothing's going to be resolved. And that's what he does every time. He will not give anybody the chance to understand him. He just gets mad because everybody's not agreeing with him and licking his ass, and gets pissed off and frustrated and says, fuck you guys, I hate you all, and runs off to his room like a angsty teenager. I mean, sure, you can do that. If that's what you want to do, you can do that, but nobody is going to be understanding of you if you act that way and if you present yourself in that way. I surely to God know if something like that happened to me or my family, I would not be screaming and cussing everybody, because I would want everybody to support me in that moment and understand in that moment. But then again, I'm not going to say I'm the best person in the world. I'm not going to say that I'm some great person, because I'm not the best person in the world. But I know my community would all back me up, and y'all would surround me with positivity and prayers and all that stuff, because I've been a good person in this community. I have always tried my hardest not to be a bad influence in this community. And all I want you guys to do is smile or learn something, or come away from my videos thinking of things in somebody else's point of view, and understanding other people's point of views and that kind of stuff. I don't want you to come away from my video being like, oh my God, and having like a worse day. That is never what I want for my videos. And I think that is what is the difference in people questioning you and kind of raising an eyebrow, and people just believing you. I would think if something happened like that to me, people would probably not question it nearly as much as it happening to you, because you've just been a not very nice person in the past. You cuss everybody, you scream at people. Uber Goober lady is, I think, like 50, 60 some years old. And the way you spoke to her was bullshit. Even Holly is 20 years your senior. The way you spoke to her, and she's supposed to be your friend, dude. That's supposed to be your friend that was trying to be on your side completely. Wasn't letting anybody say anything bad to you, was trying to stick up for you the whole time, was apologizing to you as you spoke to her like shit. You sat there and spoke to her like garbage, and she was still apologizing to you. And you spoke to her that way. You should be ashamed, bro. I'm not saying it's okay that people called and did that, but with how aggressive you are and how angry you get at the drop of a dime, who knows? Like, oh, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that, somebody might have thought that something actually did happen, because clearly they did it to get revenge about something. But, in a different kind of situation, if you were like yelling at your grandmother or something, the way that you were yelling at these ladies tonight, or any other night, like how you did with Life of a Free Spirit that night, getting on her stuff, playing porn and stuff, and that was supposed to be your friend as well. I can almost understand somebody getting frightened for anybody that you live with, thinking, oh my God, he's gonna hurt her, or he's gonna, you know what I mean? Because you get vicious at the drop of a dime. And that's not the way to win over an audience, man. And as I said in the beginning, a court, the YouTube court, a court is ran by a judge, and judges judge. And she was going to have 6 people up there to judge, or technically to be like the, oh my God, what's that called? Jury, I guess? Juries judge a case, and it goes by opinion, whether they think you're lying or telling the truth. What did you think was going to happen? You're just going to jump up there and be like, da, 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 and they're going to be like, oh, okay, all right, sucks, I'm sorry that happened to you. No, they're going to ask you questions, dude. They were going to ask you questions, especially because not everybody saw everything that happened. Not everybody can keep up with all the different, streams and shit that have happened. I literally watched just a few minutes of Ricky's. I watched just a few minutes of Uni's. I watched just a few minutes of your police video. I watched just a few minutes of Holly's. Like, I didn't have the whole picture, but I didn't need the whole picture to see the way you acted tonight was wrong. Wrong. So anyways, guys, I'm not going to keep going on and on about this. I just think that CJ really needs to think about the way he speaks to people and the way that he comes off if he wants anybody to feel any kind of sorry for him about anything in the future. He needs to come at people a different way. Not screaming and cussing at people, especially at women that are twice his age. Come at them screaming and cussing like he does, foaming at the mouth. Think about the way that you talk to people, man, when you want them to be on your side. That's not the way to get people on your side. I'm sorry. Nobody's ever going to be on your side acting like that. Alright, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Hope you have a wonderful Sunday, and I might be able to squeeze a little video in tomorrow. I'm not sure. Love y'all. Bye.